Diablo, so I think I solved my problem that I kind of mentioned in my last video of like, what is this even about? What I think that is here is that it's a diary. It's a diary of, when you're playing hardcore, it's a story. This guy's not going to be around forever, and this is how I remember and honor him. So I have that memory. As you see, I'm level 53. I have been progressing quite well into Nightmare. I'm at Act 2. I'm about to go run up the Duriel, just like one of my earlier videos. Spent a lot of time farming the Countess for runes. I did a few runs on Duriel because I ended up reading online somewhere that her quest, she's quest bugs, and in the original you can quest bug her, and so in D2R, for whatever faithfulness to the original, they have permanently quest bugged her, so her loot's always improved. I actually really didn't get anything too exciting. I think I got like, I don't know, a couple of uniques that basically went into the bank. I don't think even any of these rings came from her. Those, I think, and amulets came from gambles, but anyways, quick tour of the character. I feel very, very strong. Like, I know I'm a little overfarmed, probably quite a bit. I really didn't spend that long. I mean, it was only a few hours, but I was pretty efficient. I was doing a lot of damage then. I'm doing a lot of damage now. I'm using Whirlwind to its full effect. I have fixed my resistances. As you can see, I'm pretty well balanced as well with the difficulty penalty, so I'm not too overstated on our resistances, maybe by 20% each, which is fine. I mean, I could arrange these charms. To be honest, I haven't bothered, and I don't really need to. A lot of my resistances do come from charms, but actually I do get a lot from my skills. I actually do have a first point of critique of Diablo 2, from what I remember. When I played Diablo 2 back in the day, I actually played no expansion. I don't know why. I was just like, hey, I'm really interested in this, and I was obsessed with that rare grinding and constantly finding a better rare. We look in the stash here. I got this belt. I've actually thought about wearing this one a lot. I decided I'm not going to, but I'm pretty close to wearing it. I don't know. It's a tough decision. It's a lot of life and a lot of defense. But that's really it. Anyways, what's happened now is I'm basically unique in set item simulator. I'm actually not running a set right now. A lot of the sets I'm finding are like really low level stuff that are like probably fine for normal, but probably don't scale to Nightmare. I don't have any real good examples. But now it seems like all my best pieces are really those unique sets, RuneWorks. I've ended up using Strength for a while. I was on dual Strength, actually, when I was farming on Duriel because of the chance of Crushing Blow. I googled what that did, and that made farming big bosses and really upped my damage. I felt like my damage was good on packs, but I really struggled with Whirlwind to do anything to like a boss. And that chance of Crushing Blow is that chance to do a percentage of their current life. Makes it a lot easier. I've also found these boots. This is kind of what I mean about unique, it's just being better. 25% chance of Crushing Blow. I'm assuming that applies to both of my weapons, and that's really it, and that's fine, it's great, and it's just a lot of damage. Gold wrap. I think you've seen this in the previous video, but like, this is the belt I'm still wearing. I want that extra gold. I want the magic find because I don't have a lot. It's really my only source. So I'm going to keep wearing it for now. But look, unique. Another unique. This one's interesting, 5% enhanced damage. I don't know if that works with everything I'm using. I guess I could character sheet it. Right? Oh yeah, it does give me just a 5% mod. cold damage, has a good amount of defense. What I'm really wearing it for is the max mana. I don't have any points in mana, and I'll talk about how I have so much mana later, but part of it is this 40%, which is really what I want it for, is so that when I use a mana potion, I'm getting a full value. You know, there's points 250, I actually end up with more mana when I use my setup, but we'll see in a second. So, my weapons, I have strength, kind of back on that crushing blow, and I'm using spirit, so I made spirit. I don't know if this is the best, looks like it's more of a caster item, but 111 mana for one is amazing, especially with that 40% mana mod. But the +2 all skills, and it really has fair damage on its own. It's I got a dimensional blade, it's 13 to 35, which is, you know, pretty close to this rune sword strength. A lot of added lightning, cold, life stolen, poison damage, 22 vitality as well. Again, the faster caster rate I am missing, but I'm also, I think the faster hit recovery is great. Just really, really good sword, obviously. It's no surprise to be using Spirit. But so I have +2 skills here, I have +1 skills here, I have another +1 all skills on this set helm, which kind of conveniently at the time it finished out my resistances and gave me a shitload of defense, 182 and all skills. And this Ghost Shroud, not to mention, is Spirit Shroud, sorry, is 295, so like my defense is massive when I apply all my buffs, my shout. A necklace, round out resistance, give me mana stolen per hit. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot for me, I'll be honest, but I think anything helps where it can with mana, because otherwise I'm drinking mana potions. Ring, again, a little bit of magic find, a little all-res, basically all-res, but rounded out my cold really well. And this one I'm still using, again, kind of attack rating, life stolen, little leech, and dual res. I could probably ditch that, to be honest. I'm getting pretty close, but that poison resist is kind of tough to get rid of. So that's kind of my setup. So what do my skills look like? Why am I so interested in plus skills? As well, I am using a lot of skills. So I forgot I removed that keybind. Don't really use any of these. Sometimes I go for a leap attack when it's useful, but I'm getting +5 or +4 on my Whirlwind, and I use Concentrate for my single target. I haven't gotten Berserk because I don't like that it decreases defense. I don't know what that necessarily means, and I haven't googled it. I'm sure I'll do it soon, to be honest, though, because that's a lot of extra damage, and maybe that's what I need over Concentrate. But really, this is where the all skills shines, is because I'm using Shout, I'm using Battle Orders to give me 65% max life, max mana, so that is absolutely fucking huge right now. And then Battle Command gives me +1 all skills, so I have 5 all skills when I activate this. And then Shout, you know, the 140% defense bonus, which again I already have so much defense, it's kind of crazy. And then I'm using Grim Ward for that damage bonus on occasion on big packs. I'm using Find Item. I found how this works is like it just doubles the drop sometimes. So like I have a 37% chance when I kill rare that I don't, like, the corpse is still there, to just get the loot again. So that's amazing. And then Find Potion. This is really just keeping me going because I am chugging a lot of potions. I do not regret this, and I can't see myself respecing anytime soon, actually, and this is my first time at it. The Blade Mastery, I'm maxed out. Just seems like it makes the most sense. Gives me attack rating, damage, locks me into swords, but I don't know how well it scales past 2020, but it seems to be just fine, so I'm another reason to use all skills. But then again, we're getting the 5 points of stamina, we're getting 28% run speed, probably more than that once it's another one. Iron Skin, even more defense, natural resistance, resist all. The all skills is clearly incredibly valuable on the way that I'm playing my character. And Whirlwind is really just kind of the AoE clear icing on the cake. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go take the Duriel down. That's just probably too much of talking about all that. Again, I'm definitely probably over leveled. I don't know. I recall there used to be like an area level in the top right, like when I was playing, but I don't know, maybe that's not in this version. So again, you saw I got like 600 health, another 100 and X something mana for that triple shout that I always start and keep up. I also really like that the levels give me extra duration, so that's really nice. So I'm looking for Tarash's tomb, but that is that the one I need? I think that is actually, no, just the moon. Right, this will be a little showcase. Look how quick. I think a lot of that is owed to Crushing Blow. All that Crushing Blow I have. Because I think it would be 50% on my strength and 25% on my spirit. Just melting stuff, honestly. My leeches are keeping me well entertained, but sometimes when I have like just one or two guys, I still Whirlwind just because. Look at all these potions, though. I didn't even use Find Potion. I need to find those rares. Try to find item. I think I got a double drop on that because I just saw a shitload of potions come up. And keep up the shouts when convenient. I don't really know their duration. I do, another critique is I do wish there were like a buff tracker or something, or like a timer in the top right. I know PoE has that, and I know they have kept this, I'll use the term Blizz-like. Obviously it's Blizzard, it's Blizz-like, but like true to form. I'm trying to think of things that they've changed notably. I guess the stash tab is new. I haven't really noticed too much else. You can actually flicker to the old. I haven't shown this before, which is kind of interesting. I don't play on that. It doesn't look very good when it's on my larger monitor. But I'm sure if I had an appropriately sized monitor, it would look just as good as it used to. I used to play on like a miniature window on my laptop. That's when I was doing the D1, not D2. It's when I was playing vanilla, I'll just say, without the expansion back in the day, and I, again, never made it really past too much into Act 3. I am pretty surprised how well this is all going, considering I'm coming in with basically Path of Exile-like knowledge, but I mean, it's no secret that, you know, this game is built on Path of Exile, or sorry, Path of Exile is built on this game, so it's like, it all translates really well, you know, like I'm looking for life, I'm looking for resistances, I'm looking for big enhanced damage. The thing that's definitely different is skills, but that kind of is like gems too, and I don't know how good that is versus just using like a sword that does more damage, but I certainly appreciate not dying. So I will Dragon Shield, that's the first Dragon Shield I've seen. It's kind of interesting. How many stats is that? 67 defense. It's kind of interesting. So then what I do is I keep those potions in the inventory. I drink those so I don't mess up my belt ever. Because the belt is, you know, exclusively for when things kind of hit the fan a little bit. So I have been thinking about what I will end up doing. You know, am I going to keep progressing into hell if I can? Like, I think I'm definitely going to try. I mean, I'm going to take this guy. What I am worried about is if I lose this guy, this is my only character right now. So I'm going to lose access to be able to farm like these higher level bases. I mean, granted, I have been hoarding like crazy. I've made a bunch of meals. Maybe I'll show that another time. I don't think it's going to be in this diary entry, but so I'm kind of set up for the future. I'm hoping I don't die with this spirit, because I would like to use that on another character. I don't know who is best suited for it, to be honest. I did see you can make it as a shield, and I'm kind of interested in like double spirit, and then maybe this chest I'm using. But again, whoever I'm using it on, like if I use it on the new character, first of all I gotta get to the level to use them. But second, like if either die, like it kind of really messes up my progress. So it would be nice to find some redundant stuff. As you can see, I'm getting some pretty bad mana burn here from these ghosts, but honestly we're doing fine. These ghoul lords are really tanky and they do a lot of damage. Ancient armor, you do not see that every day. I don't even know how many sockets it is, but let's check that out. I think that's like the first or second drop. I gambled one actually, and it was a rare and it was really amazing, but I couldn't use the all skills. The defense was like a little less. I couldn't not use the all skills. Yeah, these mana burn are not good. Use Grimoire because we need to up some damage here. It's also nice for the fear, it's kind of like mitigation as well. You'd think it's kind of an anti-synergy with Whirlwind, but I'm going to keep using it. I love it, to be honest. I mean, it's like a 50% damage increase. I don't know how exactly it works, but it seems a little too good not to use. As you can see, my single target there is just like not really comparable. That was just default attack. So the problem is now with Grimoire is obviously I need a corpse. I've played like a corpse explosion type stuff in other games, and it's definitely a limiting factor sometimes. Wow, I'm getting kind of lucky with those amulets. Wasted that potion. Triple buff. Not even gonna mess with those ghosts. Another gripe I'm kind of having is like for the most part, it feels like killing normal monsters isn't really worth it. I mean, sometimes you'll get like a random good thing, like you've seen, like I got that ancient armor and some shit, but it seems like you really want to just be hunting for packs, which honestly isn't that different from any other ARPG I've played.
I can't.
It's a 3-0. That's probably not going to sell. That has been my money. Oops. Has been my moneymaker, is finding any item that has any sort of skill on it, and then selling it at the vendor. It usually will. That's a really good jewel. Usually will sell for the range of, wow, 17% all res. Or 17 all res at 33 life. So that could do something for me, to be honest. Oh, it's a necklace though. I think I'm going to keep the mana. But that is really good. As you can see, you got plenty of potions for... I farmed a lot of these when I was doing the Countess runs and all that, and so now it's like... I think my kind of flavor is you build up supplies, build up levels, get some gear, and then you make a big push. Like I've been running through Act 2. That's all I've done tonight is just push, and I'm like not really worried too much about drops and money. As you can see, I'm definitely getting some stuff, but it just seems like a good way to go. And then I unlock like a new farm spot. Last time I farmed, that's not good. I was farming quite a bit of Act 3 Council because it spawned those 3 demons a lot. In the Travinical, that seemed pretty good. that's not good. He died. Yeah, he's got burnt. And so I kind of want to get back to there. There is a rune word called King's Grace that is a big damage one, but it gives like bonus damage versus undead. And so that seems pretty interesting. And demons, and the council are all demons. So there's one that's like going to sell really good, for example.
I can't.
Wish I could see that ancient armor. One socket's not good enough. Yeah. I have not found a 2-socket dagger. Like, even that will sell just +1 to a skill. So a little boring. I gotta go back, gotta do some sales, gotta buy my underling again, but that's kind of the game we're playing. I mean, have been doing some gambling. I've enjoyed some of the output. I think that's where I got my good necklace. The problem is it's so expensive. So you really can't rely on it. It's more of just like every once in a while, if you go really dry on a piece you're looking for, it's like, okay, I might be able to patch that up with some gamble. Seeing kind of the whole dungeon here, I guess. I was hoping this would be a little bit quicker of a video, but that's alright. See, these things are just so tanky, dude. Let's get a Grimward up, for God's sake. That went down quite a bit quicker. Maybe I was just hitting skeletons or something. Don't know if there's a faster way to fill the belt. That's kind of just what I've ran into. Move strong ability. Gotta do fine potion. Gotta restock. That's what I mean about, obviously I have a stash full, and obviously I have gold to buy some, but it kind of just fits my playstyle personally really well. Not getting lucky here. See, it's like, it's a tough thing too. Like, I do have a little bit of leech, but it's really tough to justify not hitting a ton of mobs with Whirlwind. I don't really know how it works. Like, am I only hitting one mob at a time, or is it doing true AoE? I guess really the nice part is the like indiscriminate targeting.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm curious about that. Because the melee definitely doesn't have AoE. I mean, at least I don't seem to. I saw like, I think Double Swing or Frenzy appear to hit like multiple mobs, but Jesus, that could have been. The Whirlwind controls are actually kind of bad, if I'm gonna be honest. Just never... I mean, obviously I'm getting better at it, but... like, if you click right in front of you, it ends with, okay, got a rune, that's good. But I gotta go for the Unravelers or be here forever. Probably gonna lose my follower again. concentrate damage. Again, maybe Whirlwind's just better because I get crushings. That Stone Skin is beefy. Yeah, lost the follower. I go for the find item. Nope. Currently operating on one weapon right now, so that's good. That is the downside of that Spirit Crystal Sword dimensional that I made, is it breaks pretty quick sometimes.
It is an honor to serve you.
Still just got the Staff of Kings, drop off this rune. My potion belt kind of got messed up there, you can see. Don't love that, but it's kind of just the game, right? I guess you'd rather autofill than not. Be a very anticlimactic video to watch, but maybe gives a good idea of gameplay and kind of where I'm at. So I have that ordered on my mouse. I have a Corsair Scimitar, and so it's running the 3 buttons in a row that are like linked to numpad. So then I always do the +1 to skills first. Like, it's hard to justify killing these unravelers. They're just so tanky, and they just bring endless of those guys that you keep missing on. So we're just gonna run through. World's longest tomb, man. Can't remember if this is 2 floors or not. Nope. Okay. So just make sure this room is okay. I think we go into the next room anyway, but I'm gonna re-potion up. I said it in the video description, but actually my first time I killed Duriel on this guy on normal, I went in with no portal scrolls. So it was quite literally do or die, which was kind of crazy to think about. I mean, this guy would not be here today if that were the case. So 2 more full heals. I might equip more of those rather than mana, since they also give mana. And then just a couple extra to drink. Okay. Better check durability. That's fine. Okay. That was grief. Triple shout. We're gonna use the defense ability. Where's that? Lowers their damage, lowers their defense. Let's see how we do. We're gonna Whirlwind. As you can see, that crushing blow is nuts. You see every time it ticks compared to my actual damage. Easy. Might as well take that out. It's gonna be Act 2 cleared, so good little diary entry. Duriel's really iconic for me. Just constantly getting walled on it on the past, so that was fun.